If you're new here, I am Chelsea. If you're not new here, thanks for coming back. So today I'm gonna just sit down for a minute and we're gonna have a little pregnancy update. I thought that would be fun. I enjoy watching pregnancy updates sometimes, so I just thought we would take a swing at it. So if you follow along with my vlogs, I do kind of update during those because of course I'm talking about what's going on and things like that. But in case you don't, or in case you've missed some, or you just want to have one video of just like a whole bundle of just pregnancy news, then this is what this is for. So this is my 6th baby and I am just a little over 16 weeks, so 16 weeks and some days pregnant. This has been my most difficult pregnancy so far. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's age or just happens to be my body's not handling it as well this time or what, but it is. So the first couple of months I was super sleepy. That is getting somewhat better now. I'm not as sleepy. I can function and do stuff. I still do lay down about once a day. Just I don't have as much energy as normal, but it is getting better. Other symptoms are like my round ligament pain has started kicking in, so that's making me kind of crampy, and like at night if I roll over too fast, if I stand up too fast, like from sitting, that'll hurt real bad. Like they don't want to stretch out, they just clench up. So I have to try to remember to stand up slowly and all those things. And there are stretches you can do. I've been too sick to really do them. Now that I think I might be getting better, I'm going to try to remember to do those. So the tiredness is getting better, but then, you know, some of these other things start coming into play, like the round ligament pain. I was cramping really bad, and then I did some natural ways to treat a UTI, and so the cramping is a lot better. Now I'm just having the normal cramps that sometimes come from your uterus stretching. Aside from that, let's see, what other symptoms? Obviously nausea, so I've been way more nauseous this pregnancy than any of my other pregnancies, like combined. I've gotten more sick this pregnancy than all my other times combined, like physically, like, you know, vomiting, than all my other times combined. And usually I'm done by now and it's still going. So if you watch my vlogs, I've talked about how we think we found something that might help. So what that is, and when I say I'm sick, it's like I'm either in bed, on the couch, or in the bathroom. And then I'll have some days where I can get up and do stuff, and sometimes I'll even have multiple days where I can get up and do stuff. I'm still sick, I'm still getting sick, I'm not feeling good, but I'm capable of moving and doing stuff. And then I'll have days where I am not. If I try to move at all, I'm going to throw up. It's just not worth it, so I just sit. Or lay, actually. So and that has its own set of issues. When you are down for that long, you kind of start feeling depressed and things like that. And I've dealt with depression more this pregnancy. I've never really dealt with it in any other pregnancies, and I think it's just from being sick so much that it just starts to play on your mind that, you know, you're not worth much because you're just laying. So that's been hard, but I have an itchy nose. I think it's all the pollen outside today. Anyway, so for the nausea, what we're trying to do is we're switching my diet. So if you follow along, I do try to stick with Trim Healthy Mama. I'm not always perfect at it. You know, during sickness and stuff, you might have cravings or you can't eat certain things, but normally I do. On Trim Healthy Mama, you have fatty meals and carb meals, and then you can mix them up, but you try to separate those fuels. Well, I lean more towards the fatty meal, so if you do keto, it would be like that. I just naturally lean towards those meals. They seem easier to think of and make, and it's just something my body naturally wants. My midwife was wondering, because sometimes when I do get sick and throw up, it's not just food, it's a lot of like stomach acid type stuff. I think it's just because I've thrown up what there is to throw up, and so all that's left is your stomach acid. But she wanted to try taking out the fatty foods and sticking with just high protein and healthy carbs, because sometimes apparently pregnancy can irritate your gallbladder, and so you're just having gallbladder flare-ups. I've never had gallbladder issues. I don't have any other symptoms of gallbladder issues at all, so I don't know if that's what it is, but apparently pregnancy can mess with that. So if you cut down on your fatty foods, your gallbladder is going to calm down and you're going to be less sick. Also, we were trying to decide if it's hyperemesis. There's another word that goes after that, because I do have all the signs and symptoms of that. I have not actually lost weight, but I have not gained weight either. And so since baby's growing and gaining and I'm not gaining, then that would mean that you're technically losing weight and baby is gaining weight. So it's keeping you balanced. I'll sometimes go down a couple of pounds and come back up, go down and come back up. So haven't technically lost weight, but I have not gained any either, which is weird. I am a first trimester gainer. I gain more weight in my first trimester than in my third, which is odd. I normally will end up stopping in my third trimester. There's just no room for food, I feel like, so I don't eat very much. So yeah. So they were also thinking it could either be your gallbladder or hyperemesis, and I don't know what the other word to that is. It starts with a G. But she said that fatty foods also make hyperemesis worse than it would be otherwise. There's not a lot of cures for that. You're just sick. You can take anti-nausea medicines and all kinds of stuff, but that just kind of makes your symptoms go down. It's not going to cure it. So stop eating as much fatty foods. And I wasn't eating unhealthy fatty foods. I was eating healthy fatty foods, but most of my diet did consist of that. And every once in a while I'd have a carb meal. And so I've been doing that now for about 4 days, I think it is. And then also she wants me to eat every hour to hour and a half, which has been incredibly annoying. I put alarms on my phone. When you don't feel good, you don't want to eat. Well, then not eating in turn makes you feel worse. So I even have like some little crackers by my bed, which I do in most pregnancies, but every time I get up to pee at night, she wants me to take a couple of bites of that to also keep my blood sugar from going down, because that can make, if you have the hyperemesis, that can make it worse. Also, if your blood sugar drops. So I've been following what my midwife said. I have some crackers by my bed. I eat some during the night if I roll over, if I get up to pee, and it makes me more sick, which is really frustrating because then I'm sick at night, but I am seeing a difference in the day. So I have alarms set on my phone for every hour, because by the time I actually like get up, make the food, things like that, it's an hour and a half to 2 hours. So I have an alarm set for every hour that just says eat, to remind me to eat. If you hear kids, mine are outside playing and the back door's open. So and I'm eating a lower fat. Now I'm not buying like low fat, no fat foods, just naturally lower in fat foods, and then healthy carbs. So I'm basically eating like E. If you're a Chum Healthy Mama, I'm just doing E meals. Sometimes I might have a little bit, like I had a sweet potato today. I put a tiny smidgen of butter on it, but that's really the only source of fat, other than I had a boiled egg, but that is considered more protein than fat, so that's okay. Just things like that. And I have noticed a huge difference, like I'm sitting here talking to you. So this is, I think, my 4th day, and it's my 2nd day to not throw up. I've had the urge to. I'm still nauseous, but I'm not throwing up, so that's a big improvement. And I've been able to get up and move around. I'm vlogging today. I've cooked meals today for people. I have noticed I am super weak and just like tired. Not sleepy, but like my body is tired. I don't think that's a symptom of the pregnancy right now. I think it's a symptom of not keeping foods down and not being able to eat very much. So I'm hoping that if I can keep from throwing up and keep eating really small, I'm just eating small things every hour, except for if I have like breakfast, lunch, dinner. It's a little bigger, but not huge, because I don't want to make myself sick and then have that, all of that to throw up. So hoping if I can keep eating regularly and not throwing it up, I will gain my strength back and my energy back and all that stuff. So you can be saying your prayers with me that this works. It's the only thing that has helped so far. I have tried all the other tips and tricks and things like that, and nothing is helping. So I am still nauseous. I'm still gagging a lot or starting to throw up. I can't, you know, after I eat, I need to sit down for a while still. Things like that, but I can do some of that. I hope it doesn't last the whole time. Really, really hope it doesn't last the whole time. But if I can get up and move around and feel like a human and a mom and not be, you know, go to the bathroom, your throat gets so raw so fast just from being physically sick. If I can avoid throwing up and I can take care of my children and myself, I will be okay. I can feel nauseous. I just don't want to feel as nauseous as I was to where I'm throwing up a lot. So, and that's also why, you know, I probably haven't gained any weight, so I don't know from here. I'm obviously going to be trying to still make healthy choices and just eat the foods I can eat that are lower in fat and healthy carbs. I am overweight, so I don't want to gain a ton of weight, but obviously I want to gain enough that baby can grow. My last pregnancy with Aria, I was a little bit overweight also, and I gained 15 pounds with her. She was 7 pounds 13 ounces, and then, you know, you have the placenta and the water and all that, so I lost all that with her like the first week that she was born. But then breastfeeding, I don't know, I gained some weight back. Anywho, but so pregnancy wise, this pregnancy and symptom wise, I'm really just having a little bit of cramps, some round ligament pain, and a lot of nausea. I can't say that. But other than that, I have some headaches now and then, you know, like some hormone headaches, things like that. I have a lot of extra saliva, which you do during pregnancy, but I feel like this time it is like tenfold. It is like my pillowcase needs to be washed every day. Like, I just drool at night. My nose, I've noticed I sometimes will get like kind of a bloody nose, and that's just your body is making extra blood on all those things. And then like when you get pregnant, sometimes your nose gets a little puffy. I feel like mine's already getting puffy and is stopped up more often, which is a common pregnancy thing. But usually I have that later on. I don't usually have it this early, so both of those things are annoying. And then my breast, y'all. The only pregnancy that my breasts were like super annoying, like they always hurt a little bit, you can tell. It's like, yeah, they're a little tender, but was with Liam, and they were real bad with Liam, but only for about, I don't know, 10, maybe 12 weeks. This time, it just keeps on keeping on, and I have days where I'm like, okay, I don't even want them anymore, so I'm gonna take them off because they hurt so bad. And so you would think, well, massaging might help, right? Because sometimes it does, but some days they're so bad, it's like I don't even want to touch them. They're just like throbbing, and that might be TMI, I don't know, but it's a common pregnancy thing. So if you're pregnant, you'll understand. So I'm really hoping that goes away soon, because I don't want to deal with that the whole time either. I get the hiccups when I do sit down videos. I don't know why. I think I forget to breathe while I talk. Maybe that's it. I am having some hair loss. I always lose hair when I'm pregnant and breastfeeding, worse when I'm breastfeeding. I haven't had a lot of skin issues. I've had a few zits here or there, mostly in the first trimester. That has calmed down now. But I normally don't have a lot of skin issues when I'm pregnant, but when I'm breastfeeding, I will break out horribly. Hot flashes. I have a ton of hot flashes, so many, like, I mean, sweating. I will take off, I always wear an undershirt, I will take off my shirt. I just am so hot, and all my hair will get wet. Like, I pour sweat. I get so hot. I've never had hot flashes during a pregnancy. Again, sometimes when I'm nursing, like when you nurse, sometimes I'll get hot. But never during a pregnancy. And at night, I'm just like, I'll tell Aaron, what did you turn the heat to? Why? Because I sleep by the heat vent. Why? It's fine. We don't need the heater on. It's January. We do need the heater on. But I'm about to like switch him sides of the bed because I'm like, I can't sleep naked. I got children and it's hot. So yeah, that's another one. What else? I think that's most all of it. I don't have too many other symptoms. It's just a lot of nausea, a lot of it, a lot, horrible. I'm gonna complain about that till it's gone because it's so annoying. But see, I'm sitting here laughing with you guys, and normally if I try to even giggle, there are days where I can't talk. Like, I'll have people calling me and friends and all kinds of stuff calling to check on me, and I just have to text them and be like, hey, I can't talk, because there are days when just even talking, like opening my mouth, I will throw up. And so it's not worth it. I'm like, I'll be silent. Take a vow of silence, don't talk to me. So I am feeling better. I feel a little bit nauseous, but so much better. My blood pressure, I've had people ask about that. It's doing great. And the time I had real bad blood pressure issues, it was great the whole pregnancy anyway. It was always fine. I think I've had a couple of pregnancies where at the very end I'll have a couple of higher readings, but not high enough to be uber concerned about. But the one time, yeah, I had the preeclampsia, I was perfectly fine till the day I went in with preeclampsia. So, because I was taking my blood pressure at home. So I don't know what caused that, but anyway, it's perfectly fine. It's great. Yeah, so everything's going well. Baby's doing good. Baby moves a lot, so that's a fun pregnancy symptom. I've never had a baby move this big this early. I keep telling everyone like I am making like, I don't know, a sumo wrestler, because he or she is just like, I said on Facebook, it feels like if you had an octopus like wrestling itself. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how it feels sometimes, and the other times it feels like a frog jumping. I did a movement today where I was sitting down with the kids to eat breakfast, and I had just finished my oatmeal with like fruit and all this, you know, sweet stuff in it, and the baby did like this full on, like its whole body had to have moved. I could feel like its arms and legs and everything. And it's just so funny because I'm 16 weeks and I've been feeling this baby for probably a good 3 weeks now. And it's just, usually at this point it's still kind of butterfly tickles, you know? But no, this baby is like strong and big. I'm like nervous to see how big it is when we go find out what it is here in just a couple of weeks. I'm excited. Because I just, either it's big or it's strong. It's one or the other. Because normally at this point it's like you can kind of like, oh, I feel a flutter. Oh, I think I felt, no, this is like for certain. Like, oh, that baby's doing something. And anyway, so I'm excited for it to move big enough here in, you know, a few weeks, a month or so, that other people can feel it, because the kids are excited. Aria loves to talk to my belly. She was so cute the other night. She lifted up my shirt. She goes, because we were watching Rugrats and they had their new baby, and she was like, well, I want to see your baby. So she lifted up my shirt up to where she could see like the skin of my belly over like my pregnancy panel pants, and she just started cracking up, and she's like, oh mama, your baby's getting big. And she laid her head down and was just like patting and rubbing my belly. But yeah, she loves to talk to it. The other kids do too, but Aria just likes to really get on my belly, and she'll like whisper things to it. She's like, I told the baby a story. So she's very excited. All the kids are. But yeah, so don't have too many symptoms other than the normal symptoms, except for this nausea that just needs to go away. So think we found a diet plan that's gonna work for that. And then I'm nervous of, I don't know what is working. Is it the eating every hour, hour and a half? Is it the no fat? What is it that's working? I don't know. Also, I'm switching a prenatal to a prenatal without iron in it. I'm not iron deficient, and I heard that can make you more sick. So it's just like, what is it that's making me sick? Like if I decide to go and have a cheeseburger, you know, am I gonna get like super sick? Showing that maybe it is my gallbladder. Or if I just happen to wait 4 hours to eat, am I gonna be really sick? So I don't know, we'll just play it out from here. But we'll know what the baby is soon. I'm very excited. Its movements are cute and fun. So I've been so sick that I'll forget really that I'm even pregnant. I just feel like a miserable person who's sick. And so I have to try to remind myself, like, you are pregnant. This is for a reason. So when the baby moves, that helps a lot. My dog is howling. Helps to remind me. And then on days like today, that this is the best I felt in quite a while, and I'm not perfect, but it's the best I felt. I get to remember, like, hey, you're pregnant. You're not just dying in bed alone. No. But anyway, it's nice. My husband, my kids, my mom, everyone's been real good at helping me eat. They make my food. I did cook today. I'm very proud of myself. I got a little sick during our big chicken meal, but I did it. I bought pre-cooked chicken. You see there? I outsmarted it. But they've been very good at helping. My mom has gone out and bought a whole bunch of foods I could eat for me. And Aaron's been cooking them up for me, and the kids have been helping straighten up and keep things going for me. So everyone's been very helpful, and I think that we found the cure. I hope so. I think if I just keep eating this way and don't overdo it, we'll be okay. So anyway, pregnancy update wise, I'll probably do another one maybe in 2 to 4 weeks, and just talk about more and different symptoms that I'm having and see how it's going. And then of course we'll have a gender reveal video. Not sure how we're gonna do that yet, if we're gonna take you guys along to the ultrasound place. Some don't let you film in there, some do, and let you know that way, or if we'll come up with some kind of cute video and let you guys know that way, but you'll find out. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up and I'm gonna go rest a little bit while my kids are outside playing, because that's another big thing. Don't get too tired. I shouldn't get too nauseous. So I'm gonna go lay down for a little bit while they play. I hope you enjoyed this very ranty pregnancy update. Don't have too much to talk about other than those things. So maybe the next one we'll know what the baby is and I can show you some goodies that we got the baby. That'll be fun. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it and I will talk to you next time. Bye y'all.